Today we're going to be talking about how you guys can properly recover after a football game. Now we're going to give you guys like kind of a weekly routine or weekly schedule that you can follow to help you recover after a game, because I think a lot of young athletes don't take recovery as seriously. I see it all the time because this time of year, you know, I'm a quarterback and wide receiver trainer, and we have sessions on the weekends where we'll have different quarterbacks, receivers come out for like tune-up sessions, and a lot of them are in high school, right? And those high school guys play on Fridays, obviously, Thursdays or Fridays, and they're always complaining about like, oh, my neck, my leg, my back, all this stuff. And so these are some things that you could do to kind of manage that pain or make that pain feel a little bit less. So I hope this helps. Hope you guys can take some of this home with you. So first things first is I would say the day after a game, you need to do something to get some blood flowing in your body. We used to call it a flush day. So let's say we would play a game on Friday. We would show up to the high school on a Saturday, and we would just do some type of simple like conditioning workout. Not where you're pushing yourself 100%, but just what I recommend is doing 10 40-yard sprints at about 65 to 70% effort. Not crazy effort, it's just like pretty much like striders in track if you're familiar with that. But if you do that, that can help you get some blood flowing to your legs, especially if you do a dynamic warm-up before. Don't just go out to the field and run, that'd be stupid. You guys do something to actually get your body warm, get some blood pumping, and then do 10 40-yard sprints, 65, 70% speed. Take as much time as you want in between each sprint, but that's a good way to get blood flowing. You're not gonna feel as stiff, and you'll be able to recover easier. Now, after you do that, you should take the entire day off. You should not do anything. Maybe stretch a couple times if you want. Whatever the case may be, we're gonna talk about some other things that you're gonna be able to do throughout the weekend and week to help you recover. But I would say work that strider routine, 10 40-yard sprints, and then take the rest of the day off, recover, and relax. Now, fellas, if you are a quarterback or wide receiver and you would like to train with us this off season, we are gonna be traveling out to 15 different cities across the entire US for 2-day-long QB and wide receiver camps. So guys, if you want some more information on where we're attending, how you could sign up, the different high schools we'll be having the camps, check out that very first link in the description below. That's where you can find all the information. We're gonna be coming out to San Francisco, California, Orlando, Florida, Phoenix, Arizona, Charlotte, North Carolina, Austin, Texas, Las Vegas, Nevada. Then we'll be heading out to Seattle, Washington, Chicago, Illinois, Newark, New Jersey, Birmingham, Alabama, Houston, Texas, Boston, Massachusetts, Columbus, Ohio, Boise, Idaho, and Los Angeles, California. So guys, very first link in that description below. We'd love to have you there. Now, the second thing that you could do to help you recover faster after a football game is getting 2 nights of good sleep in a row, okay? Because again, guys, I get it during the week, you know, you have school, you have homework, your practice might go late, so you may not be getting the most quality sleep, but honestly, you should try to get quality sleep every single night, but make sure, let's say you play on Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. I would say 2 to 3 nights in a row, you need to be getting quality sleep. So I recommend trying to get about 8 hours of sleep, but it's not necessarily about the amount of hours that you sleep. Like I said, it's about quality sleep, hitting something they call REM, which is like a deep sleep. It's where you're like dreaming, right? Now again, I don't know everything. I'm not a sleep doctor or sleep expert, but this is what's worked really well for me and what worked really well for me when I was a player to help me get better sleep, because guys, sleep is so important, and so many athletes neglect sleep because they're playing video games, they're out doing whatever the hell that they do on the weekends or whatever, and it only makes your performance during the week start to go down, and your body is going to get worn down, which can make you more susceptible to injuries. You're not gonna have as much energy at practice, and that's gonna just obviously decrease your performance, you guys. So 2 strategies that I recommend is try to not have any blue light exposure at least 1 hour before you go to bed. So blue light is honestly not good for you guys. It's on a computer screen, it's on your phone screen, it's on a TV. Like, try this with your phone. Like, if you go to settings and you could go to like, I guess you could say like, they call it like the warmth or like the screen, it's under like screen brightness, and the screen, you don't really notice it because of how used you are to it, but if you adjust the settings and turn the screen, like I guess you could say warmth, that's what they call it, all the way up, your screen almost looks orange, but when you put it back down, you realize how much actual blue light is on the screen. That blue light is not good for your eyes. What it does is if you're looking at blue light before you go to sleep, it does something to where it doesn't allow you to fall into that deep sleep. Like I said, I'm not a sleep expert. I don't know exactly to a T what it does, but just give it a try, you guys. Try not to have any type of blue light exposure from the TV, your tablet, computer, video games, phone, whatever. Just for an hour before you go to bed, read something, do some homework, or even if you get like blue light blocker glasses, that's something that I have as well, that can help you guys not have that blue light exposure, and you will sleep deeper. Now, another thing is that guys will eat a big meal and then go to bed. You shouldn't be doing that, you guys. You need blood flow to your brain to hit that deeper sleep. So that blood flow to your brain is going to come from you guys not having blood go into your stomach because you had a huge meal. So I would say at least 2 hours before you go to bed, do not eat anything. You should be completely empty stomach when you hit that pillow and when you fall asleep. Trust me, you're gonna get get a much deeper sleep, and it's gonna be a lot easier for you guys to recover after a game. Now, also something you guys can do is, because after a game, you know, you're taking a lot of hits, you take a pretty good beating, you're gonna have some inflammation. You're gonna, obviously, because, you know, we play a contact sport, it's a very violent sport. So something that can help you guys is doing an ice bath or a cold plunge, either, I would say, probably after your game and in the morning the next day after your game. I know doing it in the morning is kind of tough, but I really, the benefits, you guys, all you gotta do is run a simple Google search on the benefits of a cold plunge or an ice bath, especially doing it before your day actually starts. But like before, we talked about in the beginning of this video, that flush day where you're doing 40-yard sprints, 10 of them 65-75% speed just to get some blood flow going. I recommend doing a cold plunge before that, not after that. I recommend doing it before that. And if you research some different studies, there are tons of studies about how cold plunge before exercise is actually better for you, not after exercise. So I recommend doing that the day after the game, before you do that flush where you get some blood pumping to your body. Now, the next thing that you can do to help yourself recover after a game is try to get in some type of dynamic warm-up stretching routine on the weekend. So let's say you play on Friday, you had a tough game, you're pretty beat up, you do that flush day in the morning where you do like 10 40-yard sprints, 65-70%. Let's say you did the cold plunge before that, you're focusing on sleep, but you're still very, very stiff. What I recommend is just going into your backyard and doing some type of dynamic warm-up routine and then stretching for about 30 minutes. The reason why I wouldn't have you just stretch completely is because if you're stretching a cold muscle, that can actually make it more likely for you to tear something. You want to get blood pumping to your muscles before you stretch them. It'll help with like flexibility purposes, but it also will help with you avoiding injury. So what I recommend is go into your backyard. Do, you know, A skips, B skips, high knees, karaoke, do some stuff to get blood pumping to your legs, maybe a bunch of air squats, burpees, whatever, and then go into your stretching routine, as that can help you get out kind of that like soreness, stiffness that you may occur from a game. So let's say you play Friday, I recommend doing that. Saturday, you kind of have that flush day, so you don't really have to do it, but I would say doing that every single night of the week leading up to a game so you can feel fully recovered for the next game that you play.